instead of not a 1.5, not a 1, 3.
You know what I was thinking? You know what was going through my head? Why does it always happen when it snows? Yep.
Hi, camera girl.
Hi. What are you doing?
Oh, my antenna. One. It's so windy out here.
Yeah, no. Really? I hadn't noticed. Bad.
Can't speak on my CB. And the wind bent the arm like, you know. I gotta think of a new idea. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Ah, temporary. Let's get these down. Now, I got a solution. I just took it out of the box. Gloves would help.
Yeah.
Holy buckets, it's cold out here. Could be that wet snow. It's causing the match to go up a little bit too. So, hey guys, how you doing today? Welcome to the channel. Hey, before I start, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit like. That'd be greatly appreciated. So anyway, we're gonna get into radio today. We're gonna get into this DX 959. We're gonna check this bad boy out and see what's wrong with it, and see if we can get it working. I mean, there's a bunch of radios and stuff we bought at Dayton Hamfest, so I figured I'd start working on those and get them done. Let's get into this. While we're listening to Skip. Man, this thing looked like it was brand new, but this is all out of a shop that I bought out down in Dayton. Some guy was selling all this repair shop stuff, and I bought a box of parts radios pretty much. Looks like they had maybe an echo board. I'm not sure yet. In there, I don't know what's wrong with the radio. I haven't hooked it up yet. Of course, the speaker cover's missing. Top cover had a couple drill holes in it with rivets. I don't know why. But man, this thing was, the chrome was nice. What I did is I hooked up the power wire, hooked up the antenna switched, the external speaker hooked up, and I hooked up this desk mic, which is going on B-Bay here in a couple days, probably this weekend. So, let's see. Well, we have sound, and it looks like we have receive. It's on AM. I checked all the knobs. Checked the mic gains up, RF gain, dimmer, power switch, everything where it should be. And it's got talk back. Let's see. Audio. Oh yeah, it's got talk back, which kind of sucks when you have a power mic. Let's see if we can shut that off. Talk back, shut off. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, looking at the power meter here, nothing there. Nothing showing on that meter. And then on this radio here, it is showing that it's keying up something, but I think that is a bad final. Well, of course there is a power switch here. Let's check this out. Let me go on a dead channel so I'm not keying up on everybody. I'm going to hit mic lock. Nothing there. Let's look at this. Ooh. It's jumping around. Audio. Hello. Hello. Ha. Hello. You know what, guys? No way. This cannot be the problem with the radio. The RF power switch. Let's get some tuner cleaner on this bad boy. There's no way. Let's check it out. They sure make it a pain in the butt here to get to. Unless you want to take this whole face off. But you got to get way up in here. Buried. Oh, man. Okay, guys. I'm going to try to get in there with that tuner cleaner. As you can see, I'm going to have to get in there. So I'm going to need 2 hands for this. So you guys don't miss out on all the fun here. Of course, I'm trying to get my light so I can see better in there. Way up in here. It's actually, I believe this looks like it's connected to a board here. See, I don't know these radios inside, but that board looks like here is connected to that. So, this could be a bad solder joint too, you know. Let's spray this bad boy down here. Let me get in there real good. Make sure it sinks right through. Might be able to go through the front as well if I take the knob off. Alright, let's give this a little shot here. Let me zoom out. I'm a bad camera. Well, camera girl should be doing this, but she's kind of busy at the moment. Now, let's go back to the front. I'm going to go ahead and pull that knob off. Try not to scratch it. So I'm going to take this rag, lean it here on the front. Try to get behind that knob a little bit so I don't put any pressure on the chrome. There we go. Save that. I don't think I'm going to get in here, but hey, give it a shot. All right. Let's see if that did anything here. That didn't work. So we're going to have to take this face plate off, guys. See if we had a bad variac here. That's kind of like what I'm thinking we have. It's doing the exact same thing. So let's do that. Now what we're going to do is we got 2 screws on this side. 2 screws on the opposite side to take off. And those concave type screws. So this side, do the same. But I did it the wrong way. I did it the opposite way. I should be taking the knobs off first. Of course, those screws are in there. I'll get my handy dandy magnet here and zippity doo dah, zippity day. All right. Let's get my rag out here. Come off my hand. This is the way I do it. That way you're not scratching the face plate of the chrome. Get behind that knob if you don't get a good grip. Since this radio is so nice, I don't want to scratch it up just in case I do want to fix this thing up. Oh, it came right off pretty easily. This one looks like it's already loose. Kind of wonder if someone had these knobs off already. Do this one over here. That. I'm going to flip it over, do these. Actually, I got home from work today and I was kind of excited to come home, and I saw this radio last night. I go, oh yeah, I want to check this out. I'm excited for it because it is an awesome looking radio. Yeah, could be wrong with it. That's another thing, the challenge. The challenge of fixing the radio. What is wrong? Hey, I'm not a super CB tech. I'm just a basic tech, I guess you might call it. You know, like you and I. If you're not a tech and you want to fix this stuff on your own without paying $1 million, that's why you're watching this video. For easy fixes. Now, if you get into other stuff, yeah, I get into like diodes and something that's burned up, yeah, that's fine. But if you want to get into that stuff, go probably look for that. But since you want to do something easy like this, voila, there's the faceplate. Just those 4 screws, and then all your knobs in the front. Oh yeah, now we got easy access. Here, let me show you. All right, so this is your power right here, or power adjusting, which I think that's what we're having a problem with. And that's the variac right there, the green thing. And I don't think I was able to spray in there very well. So we're gonna try it again. It looks like there's an opening, small opening right there. Then I'm gonna see if I can get my spray in there. And if that doesn't work, we may have to replace that variac. Potometer. I cannot say the word right, so I'm saying variac, guys. I know what it actually is. But anyway, that one right there. So let me get my spray. I'm going to try to hold the camera here and do it at the same time. And I got the camera. I actually got my phone. All right. Believe it or not, guys, I do all my filming with this phone. It works out great. It's actually got pretty good video quality and a good zoom. Camera girl didn't believe me. Oh, if you zoom in on it, it's going to be all grainy. I said, no, it ain't. Is it grainy, guys? If it's grainy, let me know in the comments. I don't think it is. So, all right, we're going to try this again. So let me just try it, and I'll get back to you and let you know what the results were. Well, I just tried it, and it's doing the exact same thing. Audio. I don't even know if it's actually that. Because I'm looking back here at this mess. So I'm going to try juicing this sucker up. And that's not good, man. That's a hack job there. I'm going to fix that. I want to look into all this here. Let me look it over a little while. It could be just a way out of adjustment. Okay, yeah, I know you guys are going to ask me, why didn't I try sideband first? So, the sideband does work, I do believe. All right, let's try the sideband. Audio. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Well, upper and lower sideband's working. Just the AM. AM is not working. Yeah, I know some of you techs out there probably like, yeah, this guy is such a hack. I know. I'm just trying to figure this out on my own. You guys might know what's wrong with it, but we're trying to figure it out. Well, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this board in the front because this feels really loose anyhow. So if I'm going to have to replace this, I'm going to have it out anyhow. I want to check it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. In order to remove that, you're going to have to remove all these screws on the front. So let's go ahead and remove all these screws so we can get this board to slide out. This thing is a pain in the butt to take apart. Time consuming. Not a pain in the butt, but just more or less time consuming because not only do you have to take all these screws off, all the nuts off this, the screws have to come off the front for all your little switches up here. And it's all loose. the frequency counter come loose. You got to bend up the little tab, which is right there. Maybe I pointed out this little tab right there. It holds that frequency counter in. And I figured out, I think I see a problem. So let's show you that. Now, I'm going to have to do a zoom here, guys. Now, this here is the one for the power. And once I had it apart, this is going to be fun to get to. I think I'm going to have to look at this and tackle how I'm going to fix this. Now, what I'm going to have to do to get to that, I'm going to desolder this here. I'm going to take this off the board so I have access to the bottom of the board here so I can repair this board. Yeah, you could probably find one of these maybe to just replace it with this because it all plugs in. Plug it in, you're ready to go. But I'm going to just repair this. I'm going to desolder this and get to the bottom of this board. Now, I think I'm going to remove this as well. I'm going to take this out of here, go back to stock. But I'm going to desolder these here with this solder ribbon. It's called solder wick. In a video before, I forgot to mention. You could probably pick this up online. You could probably get it at, Scamazon. And this is what I'm going to use here. But this is what I like to use instead of that solder sucker. But this is solder wick. Now, when you do use this, I do like to use it with, the soldering paste or whatever. This is also what you want to use. Flux. Not the flux capacitor. No. This is just actually solder flux. Doc Neon will definitely know this one. Okay, so. Now, what you want to do, guys, we're going to go ahead and desolder this. You're going to start from here, from this side. It doesn't matter where you want to start, but I'm just kind of marking what I'm going to take off so you can tell. Yes, I'm going to remove this solder here. Now, you don't want to bother with this. Just this is right here. So I'll start doing this a little bit so you can see. I don't want to show you the whole thing because, you guys will be absolutely bored. You'll fall asleep on me. You'll run to the kitchen and maybe go get yourself a hamburger or something or a sandwich out of the refrigerator, and by then I'll be done and you'll miss something. Then you'll have to rewind. All right. So what I did, I dipped the wick in here. And then take your wick, and as a matter of fact, hang on 1 second. I'll pause the camera here and then start in. All right. Okay. Now I'm trying to do this without getting in the frame. I want you guys to be able to see this. It's actually pretty cool. Now. Okay, that one's looks pretty good. Try to do all three of these here at once. And if you're looking, you can see it actually kind of wiping it up. You have to work around. It takes a little while to get used to doing this. But once you get the hang of it, it's not a problem. I'll tell you what, guys, Skip's really coming in today. And it's just gotten dark outside. Could be because of that weather front coming in. We're supposed to get some really cold snap. Now, also what I like to do here is I also I like to clip it, keep it clean. See, like here, I'll just clip it off. Start off fresh. That way you get my nice this little bead going on here. Hopefully I'm in frame. I can't see what I'm doing, except for what I'm working on. Okay, you see how nice and clean those soldered, desoldered all that? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and work on the rest of this, get these off right here. And you guys got the idea. And I will be back in just a moment. Don't get discouraged if you don't get it the first time. I mean, it takes a little, takes a little practice, but you'll get it. And you'll figure it out how, working it around here a little bit. Just like soaking up, oil from a wet rag. Like I was saying, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. It's like my last video. I actually kept saying that it was 100 UFs, but it was actually 1,000. I don't know why I had such a brain fart. Maybe it was the weather. I don't know. So, let's see, make sure I'm still in frame. Now we got all those clear. Now sometimes you may have to break them loose. They might be a little sticky, but you just check it. They'll make a little snap sound. It looks like it's loose. There it is. It is. Okay. Oh, boing. Fell out. Look at there. I'm going to put it aside. Now you can see that it was easy access now. I can get to the bottom of this board. Now let's take a look at this and see if we do have a bad solder joint, which, yep, look at that. It almost looks like it wasn't ever even soldered. I mean, that's just plain obvious there. Look at that. That's why it's cutting in and out. So that's strange. This one looks a little sketchy at this end, but I'm just going to go ahead and resolder all those. So instead of getting you guys seasick, let me go ahead and resolder this. I'm going to put this back on, and I'm going to resolder it, of course. And then let's put this radio together, because I guarantee that was the problem. So I'm going to reassemble all this. I'm going to take this out, remove it, because it's just this board here. And my camera's really on zoom. So just this board here with this kind of like really bad looking wiring job. So I want to put it back to stock. So we'll get this out of here. Put the radio back together, and let's see what we got from here. Another thing I like to show you guys, and get here to this, I'm putting the switch back in, and you want to be careful, because when you're soldering, you don't want to do this. See how I did that? Now those two are shorted out. So we want to make sure you don't do that when you clean up your board. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that. And now I'm going to clean up this board, and we're going to reassemble this radio. All right, she's cleaned up about as good as it's going to get for now. That should be good enough. Doesn't have to be super pretty. So, all right, now let's assemble this radio. I'm going to put all the screws back in and put the faceplate back on, and let's see if we get some transmit now. Got the faceplate on. I got all the knobs back on correctly. I just hooked up the mic and the wiring. So let's see if this thing course, it's going to power back on. See if we do any transmit here. No, I got it back on AM. All right, let's see. Audio. Okay, I got the other radio turned on. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Audio. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And this meter down here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, it looks like, guys, it looks like that was our problem. We had a bad solder joint. Now, I can't say it was actually, I can't really tell. It looks like it was kind of pulled out, but could have been from factory, could have got hit. But that was a bad solder joint. So, looks like this radio's alive. It's alive again. Now we got to transmit audio. Yes, sirree. I know I'm far away from the freeway. No one probably can hear me, but hello, audio. Let's try sideband. Audio. Yes, sir. Okay, that one's working. Lower sideband. Audio. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Now I got to locate myself a cover. Maybe find another one because there are 2 rivets in this one. I'm going to have myself a good radio here. And it's a nice shape, too. This is awesome. That was a lot of work to take apart, but definitely was worth it. Holy buckets. Holy buckets, man. I almost lost it out there. That's for sure. Holy buckets. And that hurt my back. Anyway, now, let me show you. Let me turn this camera around. We got a lot of skip coming in today. And now, we're down even below 1.5. So that's good. With that temporary antenna. But anywho, guys, thanks again for watching. That DX 959 is gonna be working now. I might not even need covers, man. I might mount it up here somewhere on my bench. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just put it on a flea bay and get rid of it. B-bay. Okay. So anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. Have yourself a great rest of the weekend. We'll see at the next one. I think the next one here I'm going to work on is a, what do we got here? It looks like a Pierce Simpson. Next week video, we're going to see if it works. I just found it at the scrapyard, so give it a shot. All right, guys, take care. Thanks again for watching. Have yourself a great weekend.